Hey y'all, it's Kim from Chim and Cad. I'm here to tell you about all the ways you can go to free events in New York City. And I'm not just talking about like random things. Here's a list of all the places we've gone for free. Keep watching to the end and I'll tell you how one of these paid off big time. A lot of these are concerts, as you can see, some really big ones, others are more intimate events. We've been to some comedy shows, movie screenings, and other TV show tapings. One of these paid off really big for us and we weren't even expecting it. So let me walk you through some of the ways you can go to these events for free. I'm not getting paid for any of this. These are just tricks of the trade that I want to share with you. One thing we did when we first moved here was sign up for a service called Do More NYC. They have these in different cities around. And basically, it's like a lot of places where they're trying to get rid of tickets that go unsold. This happens, you might know, in Broadway, in different lotteries and rush systems. But in those cases, you have to pay a lot of money for them still. It might be $45 for a ticket instead of $100 for a ticket. But again, still, there's a lot of transaction that happens. With Do More, we pay $5 a month and we get 2 tickets to a bunch of shows. Every week they give us a drop in a text message and we go and claim tickets. Just last week, I used my Do More membership to see Jenny Slate, a stand-up comedian. She was in town doing her book tour. So I got a signed copy of her book as part of basically these free tickets. She had different celebrity guests in the audience as well. So I saw Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively come in right before the show started. And then her guest on stage, Zolana Glazer. Funny enough, that wasn't from my regular weekly drop. Instead, that was one that I think they were just trying to get the seats full right before the show. So that actually came in the day before and I claimed the tickets and was able to go to the Beacon the next night. Other parts of Do More that we've gotten free tickets to, Cafe Wah, which is a famous sort of music club down in the West Village. It's where Bob Dylan got his start. We've been to the Cabinet of Wonders at City Winery through our Do More. We've been to Littlefield in Brooklyn, a few different shows there. One was called Mortified, where people read their childhood and teenage diaries, which was really funny. Another one was an improv group where they remake a certain movie. In this case, we went to Face Off and they didn't get to practice or rehearse. And they kind of had to make up the movie with some improv by heart after just viewing it once. In addition, some other shows that we've been to, we were able to get tickets to the Paley Center and we could see all of the exhibits inside the Paley Center at the time. We went specifically for the West Wing anniversary exhibit, but we were also able to see things like the Al Hirschfeld exhibit, and they had a Drew Barrymore little thing going on downstairs. So that was really fun too. Again, things we wouldn't have normally gone to. And with just this $5 a month membership, we get these 2 tickets from our choosing. So every time they send us a list, we decide which ones we want to scoop up. So another membership I want to tell you about is called Audience Rewards. And so this is the answer when people ask like if there's a punch card for Broadway shows. And the answer is yes. So if you sign up for Audience Rewards, it's free. And then every time you buy a Broadway ticket through an actual ticket seller, you can put your Audience Rewards number in and accrue points. So over time, you get points to go towards a show. We went to Life of Pi for free. We also went to The Cottage, which was a play, and we were able to do the dress rehearsal. So that was really fun because Jason Alexander from Seinfeld was the director, and he was there, and they still had all the computers out, and he was taking notes and talking through the whole thing. And so it was kind of just a different experience. We have enough points right now to do VIP Gypsy tickets when it opens. But different shows are ranked at different levels. So Gypsy is quite expensive right now. and is at a higher point range than, let's say, Book of Mormon. Another way to see free concerts in the city is through Good Morning America and the Today Show. You do have to get up early. I think our start time for the Black Eyed Peas concert and for the Green Day concert was 6:30. So they each have different concert series. Good Morning America's takes place in Central Park, and the Today Show is on the plaza right there in Rockefeller Center. Another way we earn free tickets is through City Winery. Their main location is at Pier 57 right there on the Hudson. They have a couple satellite locations too around the city, and they also have other city wineries in different cities. So with this, we do a yearly membership, and it gets us a lot of benefits. We get pre-sale tickets before they're released to the public. We get tickets for no fee, and then we get to accrue points. So as we spend money on things, whether it be food or beverage, we accrue those points and then can apply them to free shows. We went to Ron Funches and his stand-up act, and then we went to a show with Steve Young. He's basically done documentaries and now is like a historian about industrial musicals. With our membership through City Winery, we also get free perks like wine tastings and free bottles of wine. This next one is probably more well-known, and it's just getting into museums for free. Many museums offer free tickets for residents of New York State really, and sometimes even tri-state areas that are free or pay what you wish. And so you really can walk in and pay $1 if you want to. One museum I like in particular is the MoMA, and they do free Friday nights, certain times of the month for New York City residents. Okay, this last tip for how to get free tickets is through something called One Iota, and we've used this for years. So this is how you get to see most of the late night shows and the daytime talk shows that tape in New York City. So back in the day, we've gone to David Letterman. We've been able to go to Jimmy Fallon back when he hosted late night, but also since he's hosted The Tonight Show. We've gone to Stephen Colbert. We've gone to Seth Meyers. One Iota gives you free tickets because they're trying to pack the audience on purpose. If anyone tries to sell you a ticket, don't accept it because they're not for sale. That you often have to wait in line to get into the show. So they overbook the shows on purpose, and they make you line up at a certain time with a cutoff. If you're not in line by then, you don't get a chance, but even some who are in line won't be able to get in and actually have a seat to the show. For different shows, depending on the studio that they're taping in, some have lounges for people to sit in that are really nice. The NBC studios where Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, and Kelly Clarkson tape has a really nice lounge. And others, like the Stephen Colbert Show, based on where it is and how the theater is located, you're in line for a really, really long time until the show starts. So just know that that's one where there isn't really an opportunity to sit down. So if you have trouble standing, it may not be the one you want to sign up for. So One Iota doesn't only do talk shows, they also do other events. So they'll do screening of movies, and often it will be like the premiere in New York City. They do these a lot of times on at the Lincoln Center AMC. They also do other tapings. So for instance, last year, you might have seen our video of Cher singing on the rooftop. So we signed up through One Iota, and it was for the Christmas tree lighting, and it was done obviously like a month ahead of time. So Cher and Darlene Love were able to sing like Christmas songs up on the rooftop of Rockefeller Center. You know, they didn't sing like 20 songs, but they sang like 3 songs, and they did different takes. So you got to see them do it over and over, and you got to see the makeup people come out, the dancers do their thing. So it was kind of fun. And that really put us in the Christmas spirit too. So be sure to watch that video. Okay, so I mentioned there was like a big payoff for us as we went to some of these free concerts and free shows. My husband was able to go to the Kelly Clarkson show with one of his friends. I had to work that day, so he took someone else. It happened to be Kelly's first show back this season. So throughout the show, they got free things like Questlove was there with a new book, so we got a copy of Questlove's book. They gave away concert tickets to the Global Citizen concert, which was just around the corner. And then at the end, they gave everyone in the audience 2 tickets to Australia. So now we get to book a trip. We have all the vouchers and everything ready. We just have to pick our day. They gave us about a year to go. So we got Qantas airline tickets. We got hotel reservations, and we also got tickets to go to Bluey's World, which was the whole reason behind giving away these trips. They were advertising the new amusement park for Bluey. Not too bad having to wait in line a little bit and plan ahead to walk away with a lot of free things, including a trip for 2 to Australia. It doesn't really get better than that. If you have other ways of getting free concerts, free Broadway shows, free comedy shows, drop it in the comments and let us all know about it. If you're coming to New York for Christmas, be sure to watch this video about free things to do at Christmas time.